What's up, everybody? It's Mike D. I am coming at you live for another episode of One on One. And today I have a special guest with me, Miss Nancy Martinez. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Mike. Hi, everybody.
Give our viewers just a little taste of who you are.
Thank you. Hi. My name is Nancy Martinez, and I am a yoga teacher. My full-time job, though, is I do take care of a 75-year-old with Parkinson's. And definitely think that's a huge part of my path because he's teaching me. And to be a part of another person's growth is a beautiful thing. As challenging as it may be sometimes, but I love teaching yoga. I love the people that I connect with,
And she used to work for Tony Robbins as well.
I did.
So we'll throw that out there. So what I wanted to get into right now is just kind of a question, and it's a question that we've all, kind of faced and kind of felt. So, and I definitely describe you as somebody of the heart, and somebody that has heart, somebody that gives her heart, and somebody that also has physical or health ailments, if you will, that have concerned the heart. So in the past, when you haven't listened to your heart, that's obviously usually doesn't end up so well when you do that. And what's the difference right now between all the experiences that you've had in the past where you did not follow your heart or do not listen to your heart? What's kind of giving you that leverage now today to help you never do that again?
One of the things that I love to do that I've been practicing actually for at least 7 years now is journaling. And whether it's, I learned from going to the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, one of the teachers was a writer, and she said, in the morning, whatever, we wake up with all these thoughts and we start engaging, as opposed to writing them down. And when I started doing that, how silly it was, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, and I feel this ache, or this is what happened, wonder what's going to happen with this. All of a sudden, you just kind of flush it out on pages. And so one day I decided to go back to my older journals, and what was I doing this time last year? Those pages of going back and reading my own story over and over, I really did go, that's annoying. And why would I do that? Because I wasn't listening to my heart. I wasn't listening to myself. Did I know in certain instances, did I have an instinct, which I think we all do?
Yeah, we do.
That tells you, maybe you shouldn't. Or I want to say no, but they did this for me, so now I feel like I have to. Or they'll like me better if I do. Or I'll get ahead if I do. But then you go back and you're just redoing the same story. It's just a different scenery, maybe different characters, but you're redoing that same pattern over and over and over.
Sure.
One of the things that I practice is seeing, like I told you, everybody is a mirror. We have something to learn and see and love and appreciate from everybody.
Sure.
And seeing signs from the universe. Sometimes, that sign that says stop or pause, take a breath, let's breathe.
Yep.
I was leaving yoga class, and there was a sign on my way to the car that said, scoop your poop. And it was funny, but then I was like, scoop your poop. What does that mean? Other than the obvious.
Yeah, right.
But then I really did think about it, and one of the things that we have to do when we get started is scoop your poo. Like, own your own stuff. Just own it.
Yeah.
The problem is some of us may be scooping it. What do? You have to throw it away.
Yeah.
You have to let it go. Otherwise, it's a funky poo.
Yeah, it's gonna start stinking.
You're hanging on
it's
to
gonna
the
stink up a little bit. Yeah.
Let go of the poo. Normally you would physically do that, but
Sure.
we're not doing that. So really owning, okay, I haven't been listening to this. I haven't been doing this. I haven't been doing that. But then not beating yourself up. Okay, now I get some of the lessons. Now I can do something different. And you're going to be given that same scenario. Maybe it looks a little bit different. But now you have another opportunity to redo the story. Like you should.
Yeah.
If you really, really listen to it. So I really liked that. It was funny. It was so funny. I was like, I'm so glad. I hope he asked that. I wanted to tell him about scoop your poop.
I love it. It's gonna catch on. It's going viral.
Scoop your poop. Like seriously, don't hang on to it. Let it go, and it's okay. Don't beat that all the time.
We do. Absolutely.
If we had a friend that spoke to us the same way that we speak in our head, and I've asked that to clients, would you be friends with her or him? Everyone says no, she's not nice, or oh heck no. But you're hanging on to them. You're inviting them every single time we engage in those thoughts and replaying that record, the CD, the MP3. You know?
Yeah.
Everything. We just keep rewinding it.
How many times, I mean, just from what Nancy's been saying right now, guys, how many times has there been where you're sitting there holding more than you can handle of the poop in your life, right? Or the crap in your life, however you want to call it, okay? And you're just carrying it around, and you look great, but everybody's around you like, something just stinks. Like, something's not right. What's going on? And what's not right is you're not right. You're not owning who you are. You're not stepping into who you are, like I talk about. Not just about stepping up, but stepping into who you are. And when you step into who you are, you listen to your heart, because your heart is the one thing that was always there for you from day one. And I'm telling you guys, and Nancy can probably just attest to this as well, is that when you don't follow your heart, usually it doesn't work out. If not all the time, it doesn't work out. And so just for that fact alone, guys, you should go for it. What do you have to lose? Don't be one of those I wishes. You know, at the end, like, oh, I wish I did that, or I wish I did this. Do it. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Are you going to look bad? You know, your ego's going to be bruised a little bit, but your life won't be bruised. And bruises heal, okay? So get over it. So, Nancy, with that being said, I mean, not only do you live in your heart, but you know you've gotten in the habit of doing so much so it really you just exude that energy, that just loving energy. So what piece of advice would you give people out there that are going through crap or are holding all that crap and they want to get through it and they want to see that light at the end of the tunnel, the whole 9 yards? How did you do that?
Well, it's still going.
Sure,
hasn't
still
stopped.
going.
It's still going. Hasn't stopped. It's a continuous practice, and you have to try it. And now I get, when I was searching for all these things, Deepak Chopra, Eckhart Tolle, all the Jan Van Zandt, Oprah. Well, how? What did you start? They tried everything, and you have to do that, because now I understand. Well, just tell me.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what I do, but that may not resonate. You can try it, it may not resonate, it may not make sense. Like I mentioned earlier, my journaling. I love to write, and it's so cathartic when I just, leave everything on the pages. And, but the first thing, scoop your poo.
Yeah.
Like, own your stuff, but don't beat yourself up about it. Like, just own it. I have been lazy. I haven't done what I should. I didn't listen. I did make excuses. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're still working towards it, and the recognizing part of it is so much more than so many people are doing. Find something. Look for it. Be curious. And my yoga, I always said before, never say never, that, oh, no, I'm not going to be a yoga teacher. Mm-hmm. It's not for me. Mm-hmm. I like the gym. I like the weights. I like the, but it opens you up so much. It's an intimate practice to inside of you. Yoga means connection. Mind, body, spirit. Mind, body, heart, soul, whatever that that beautiful spirit, that love, whatever you call it. And it helps you connect to your own religion, if you or of a certain religion. It helps you connect deeper into your religion. And helps you be a better person. For me, it helps you be a better person to give and not be so selfish. But again, not everybody is into yoga. Going to the gym, finding somebody, call somebody. Sometimes we just need a person to listen. We can't do it alone all the time, especially those that are like, no, I must, I can't. But they offer their help, and they're depleting themselves to everybody else. I can help everybody else, but no, because secretly I think when you ask for help, it means I'm weak. It means I can't do it. So get that out of your head.
Yeah. Because
there's going to be a friend out there that's going to resonate with you, that's going to connect with you, that's going to understand and just say, I get it. Mm-hmm. Now what are you going to do?
Totally.
Find a person that helps you be accountable. Mm-hmm. When you are on that journey, you are going to find people that will help you get there, not hinder or weigh or even question, why would you even want to go there? Why, why do you want to start that business? Why do you even want to write that? Nobody reads about that stuff. Don't listen.
Yeah.
We've listened to that all the time. And this is why we're here, because there's some of us that didn't listen. There's some of us that listened way later. We had to learn not to listen.
We think when our loved ones or the people we care about aren't listening, that we take it as like a negative kind of slap in the face or something. But the fact is, they just don't understand our journey the way we do, because we're so closely and intimate to our dreams and goals. And they're different. Yes, they're totally
their
different.
Journeys are different, and just understand that it's not anything personal whatsoever. A book I would highly recommend, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. That was one book that helped me not take everything personally, because what happens when somebody does something to you? You react and this and that, and you blame, and you keep them in that spot for so long. Sometimes you even lose friendships.
Sure.
But then if you think about it, you've probably done some of the same things. Now, when you did those same things, if it was a mistake, if it was not intentional, what is it that you needed at that time? Understanding, for somebody to listen, for somebody to just love you.
Yep. So
when that happens, understand, listen. They're not in the right space when somebody lashes out, when somebody criticizes, it's their own journey. That's why I love saying that I have to look at everybody as a mirror. Because they're teaching me something. Something you don't like about somebody is something that you don't like about yourself.
Yeah.
And as much as you say, well, no, I'm not like that, or no, really look, scoot the poop, own it. And a really good analogy that I've also said is it's a lot hard. It takes more muscles for you to physically stand than to just. It's easy to just fall.
Yeah.
You don't really have to do anything. You can just
fall
right down.
No resistance.
Yeah.
And resistance.
Oh, that's another really good one.
So I mean, that's what tough times can be resistance, guys. When you're resisting something, or life's resisting you, because you're not going down the right path of your life. When we talk about heart, and we talk about not forgetting what it's there for and what purpose it serves, when we think of our heart, it's vulnerable. Our body is vulnerable to our heart. If our heart doesn't beat, we're not going to continue. Speaking of being in your heart, and speaking of Nancy being an awesome person that lives there, I want to give everybody out there a little bit of a VIP all access pass to Nancy, and I want you to share something with them, with our audience here today, of something cool or something funny that most people might not know about you, that just comes to mind.
I love just being silly and goofy, and I make fun of yourself. It's okay. It's really okay.
It is.
Because some of the stuff is really comedic.
Yeah, we are funny individuals. That's a fact. That's a fact. And you can tell why I want to do this interview with Nancy today on heart. She's got a great heart. So I just wanted to thank you for bringing all the energy and light that you brought today to this interview. I really, really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I hope today inspired all of you guys. So thank you so much again for tuning in, guys. This was One-on-One with Mike D on the Lions Den. And guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, do it. Come on. What are you waiting for? Life's too short. I want to help you live the most out of it while you can, so tune in, please. It's coming from the bottom of my heart to yours, guys. So I'm going to do one more thing before we, just sign off today, and it's a challenge, and it's one that I always give to you guys. And I switched it up a little bit last time. And what I want you guys to do right now, you guys ready? I want you to thrive alive. I'm Mike D, and this is Nancy, and we're out.